24 hours with JB. Let's talk. I'm tired. I'm not even gonna hold you all. I'm tired. I don't got that same energy. Feeling a bit lethargic. Definitely had one of those weeks where I just been grinding. Albeit the hard work is paying off, but certain days is just like, damn, what are you doing it for? As I always say, I do it for the tribe. But I feel like it's starting to get a little deeper than that, you know what I mean? I'm starting to put the pieces to the puzzle, and I'm starting to develop a why. I'm starting to develop a passion. I'm starting to receive much more gratification while doing this, while taking this journey. Just me documenting the steps are very sincere to me. You know what I mean? And for me to do this at this point in time, like, I have to be content for one, you know what I mean? Because I probably shot like at least 10 plus videos this week. I probably got like 2 likes and a comment, you know what I mean? But I say to myself as well, this is what I'm sure Wallow went through. Tabitha Brown. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with Tabitha Brown. She does, my wife put me onto her, but she does a plethora of things, such as like kid shows. She has vegan food products in Target. She does entertainment shows, if you will. She's been on the show The Shy. Nonetheless, she's an entrepreneur, got in her bag, you know what I mean, and successfully moved up the ranks. And why I mentioned her is because I seen a post with her and it said, I was tired, so I'm not gonna front, I was tired. I'm uploading videos, even that's a lot. But nonetheless, I seen a post with her and it was just like, yo, if you're tired now or if you feel like giving up, just remember Tabitha Brown was an Uber driver 7 years ago. I'm gonna repost that, matter of fact. And just seeing that, I was like, damn, 7 years ago, it's not a long time ago. Especially to where she like was within 7 years. And it was a picture of her smiling while driving the Uber. But I'm saying to myself, I'm like, yo, within 7 years, she was able to have products in Target, have a kid show. She's a millionaire, basically. She retired her husband. You know what I mean? But that was motivation for me. That was inspiration even, because I'm like, damn, I'm doing this at a much more rapid pace. I feel as though because I have the financial savviness to reach a much higher echelon within a much quicker time, right? Expeditiously, if you will. However, just seeing someone else's story and seeing that they went through the ranks and it did in fact take them time, it was monumental to me. And I definitely sat back and added that note to my book, right? Because I see that it takes time, patience, endurance, grit, stamina, bad days, good days, just a plethora of things or qualities or characteristics, if you will, to build who you will potentially be one day, inshallah. And that's what I'm in the process of currently doing. It's Friday. It's currently like about 11:30, going on 12. Been up since like 5:30. Went to sleep at 11:30. Today's supposed to be my off day. I have to go get the kids this evening, and I still have a lot of things to do. My wife and I, we were gonna walk to the coffee shop to get some caffeine to, give us some endurance, right? Some stamina, if you will. But then we decided to go against it. Hence, she's in the room sleep, charging up, because we have several things to take care of business-wise. And as for myself, I was just like, yo, let me talk to the people. Let this not be a perfect video. Let this be a rough and rugged video, if you will. Because, again, I'm grinding. I'm in grind mode. Like, I'm just working. Granted, the hard work is paying off. Alhamdulillah. Excuse me. But I see why people give up. I see why people just like, yo, or I see why people just, it's hard. In a nutshell, it's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. I haven't had my hair done in going on a month now. You know what I mean? I've literally had this same sweatsuit. Anybody who's seen me this week knows for a fact I had this same sweatsuit on for a week. Since Sunday or Monday, I've had this. I just been changing out, in and out, just shower, boom, sweatsuit right back on. Just to get myself in that uncomfortable space just to take it back to the basics, just to, yo, like, this is your new support level, and resistance is up here. That's financially speaking, right? On the stock chart, you have support, which is here, you have resistance. A stock is always bouncing off support, resistance. So I can't even give a damn regular video without speaking about the stock market. But nonetheless, where I'm at now with it is my new beginning. This is my new level. This is my new norm. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I have to position myself to where, now that this is the new norm, let's test a higher norm. And therefore, if you bounce back, you're bouncing back to this level. However, remember that previous level was a new norm. So in other words, you're in a different range, in a different tax bracket, if you will. And that's what I'm striving to do now. You know what I mean? I would say I'm by myself because majority and oftentimes I feel as though I'm by myself. But I have to remember my wife is my biggest supporter. My kids are my biggest motivators. So therefore, I'm just able to push through. Do I go through things that the average entrepreneur goes through? Yes. Do I go through things that the average hustler goes through, that the average person working a 9-to-5 goes through, that the average black man goes through? Yes, all the above, but I just strive to keep pushing. Like for me, that's what it's about. Just keep pushing, keep going, keep working, keep glowing. Because my thing is this, where I'm at now in life, I didn't plan to be here until several years later. You know what I mean? This came expeditiously, if you will. Now, granted, I kept my head down and worked the entire time. So therefore, I'm not surprised that these results came about in terms of where I'm at today. However, my thing is just like, damn, I didn't price this happening so fast. Alhamdulillah. And it happened because, for one, I isolated myself. And I just kept, what you see behind me, I just kept my head and nose in books. Just anything that brings forth prosperity, that's what I strive to. That's the frequency in which I strive to stay on, right? There's a saying that goes, shout out to 19 Keys, what you do frequently becomes your frequency. And that's how I'm on it. Again, if I keep at this, like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I know a lot of people are just sitting back waiting. Like, sometimes I go through things and I say, damn, like, I have a lot of family members, I have a lot of friends, etc. Like, damn, if I could just get a like, if I could just get a comment, if I could just, like, whatever, like, just from my siblings, just from whoever. I don't want to point anybody out individually and make anybody feel away, right? Let's just say. But those thoughts do come to mind because it's just like, damn, I see me working. You know what I mean? Like, I see me working literally. Like, I'm looking at the visual itself. I'm looking at my vernacular. And when I speak, like, my syntax, my diction, like, all the above, just who I'm morphing into. I see it. I feel it. You know what I mean? Because I sit with myself at times. Even now, this is therapeutic for me. And I say all that to say, if I see it, I know the world sees it. Now, when the world is going to respond to that, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. So therefore, just keep working, King. Just keep grinding. Like, you are destined for greatness, inshallah. At the rate that you're going, statistically speaking, it's impossible for you not to be not successful because you're that now, but even more successful. It's impossible for you, nice thing with the noise, bro. It's impossible for you to not attain what you plan to attain and even more because you're working, right? On a positive note. Like, you're putting forth that work, you're putting your best foot forward. You're showing people when you're tired, when you're up, when you're in, just all of these things people want to see and people can relate to because this is what life is about, right? Even you being vulnerable, even you being transparent. Like, I'm not walking around with a gold chain on my neck or a gold chain around my wrist. Can I? If I really wanted to, yes. But is that my goal? Is that my dream? Is that where I want to stop? No. My goals and aspirations are completely different. My goals and aspirations are on a much higher echelon than the average individual. I'm really striving to bring forth wealth and abundance of it, Part 2 coming soon.